All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of A Tale of Blood and Long Roads. We're back, and I got my road boys back. I got both of them back. Very excited. Um, Particularly because I've been waiting for everyone to get back to introduce a particular plot element, which is why last week I did the creepy hand.
That's
So
not concerning.
that's like excited when the creepy hand came up and said hello. So
I missed the creepy
I
hand.
missed the creepy hand, but Uh, I think character wise, you probably would have seen the creepy hand. So um, I can fill you in on that if you need to. But yeah, the creepy
Yes,
hand,
please.
the creepy hand. So we'll kind of touch base on that. Um, but welcome back. Good to see you. You know, I think uh, I think we'll just launch right into it. Let's do it. So last time I think we all decided that we kind of developed a plan to start to, um, I think, start to take over from the Russians. And that plan, cue up some music there. I think that plan basically involved, it was a little bit of a long term plan to start to, I don't want to call it seduction. It was more like start to meet up with Valsky and start to what would we call it? Like
Subtly add blood to his system.
suddenly add blood to his system. Like yeah, to to start to work your way into his or I actually have him work his way into your benefit. Um and towards the very end there, uh when you were all leaving after developing your plan, there was a disembodied corpse hand that skittered up to say hello. It didn't actually talk. It just had a note attached to it, and the note just said, "I know what you did last summer. See you soon at the cemetery, old Toby." And then once you took the note, I think the hand just skittered off. I don't recall exactly, but I don't think either of you destroyed the hand. Correct?
It skittered off, we followed it, and eventually it just kind of collapsed.
Okay. Yeah. So um, the implication here, I think, is fairly obvious that that's probably necromantic magic was involved here.
With hobbits.
No hobbits. No hobbits this time, as far as you know. So
So
that being said, basically, we'll have plans start to develop over the course of 2 weeks. Um, Basically, during this 2 weeks, standard returns, and you all kind of Emily Davenport is kind of letting you in a little bit more into the business practices of the cartel, how that works, telling you a little bit more about like basically we these shipments are loaded into the trucks, and the trucks are sent out to various locations, and that's how we ship the drugs out. And during this time, she's also trying to get you into a meeting with Valsky, and fairly soon she thinks she's going to be able to get you kind of a dinner date, probably at a steakhouse with Valsky. And during that time, also, as we discussed off stream, you're all kind of moving your haven and resources and contact benefits over to Tylersville as well. so that these can a little bit more easily be accessed. And so, with that being said, I'll set everybody at, for narrative purposes, I'll set everybody at an evening. We'll set everybody at Hunger 1. Everybody's been good.
Even me?
Even you.
Oh,
Good job.
Um, and we'll kind of set an evening. You're all maybe gathered at Pouncy's, and this is maybe a night that Standard has returned. And maybe you're all meeting up just to start to share information. And I'll just let the scene kind of proceed from there to start with until an interruption.
so do we have our meeting already?
We're currently
With
having
Valsky?
right now.
No, with Valsky?
Oh no.
The Valsky
okay.
meeting is not set up yet.
Okay.
Still trying to set up our dinner date.
Okay.
Albert, what do you know about sorry. Standard, what do you know about crawling hands that are not attached to bodies and have notes pinned to them? Like, this is a delivery system that you're familiar with. You're the delivery person. I assume that this is a thing, maybe, or is this like unique to us?
I mean, no. I can take a guess at who's doing it, but not a whole lot of people that truck with the dead. So we got,
You have a better guess than I do. So
means we've got a kata in town somewhere.
maybe. I mean, provided that it came from one of our kind and not something
Yeah.
else.
If it is from our side of things, then yes, then it would be the Hakata. Delivering notes to us in kind of the theoret.
Theatrical.
That's the word. You spend enough time running around as a dog, you lose words sometimes. But yeah, theatrical. That definitely fits the Hakata. Does mean they're watching us.
Yeah,
So,
to know where to send it.
Al, it's not hard when you can talk to ghosts. So,
I imagine there's also ghosts where the Russians hang out.
Al, our life tends to make lots of them. It turns out.
Fair. So yeah, we're specifically waiting for you because it was an invitation to come to the cemetery.
Yeah, and that is very step into my parlor spider fly nonsense. So
Yep.
Yeah.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
What did you do last summer? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, yeah, what did everyone do last summer? Because apparently I know what you did last summer. Aside from being a movie reference, maybe be an actual reference.
I'm guessing it's more just the reference of I know who you are, what you're doing, but let's see. Nothing that stands out. I mean,
Gavin, what'd you do last summer?
What I do last? That is a good question. I don't really know. I have trouble remembering what I did last week. Probably did some gambling or something like that. Uh, I just try to live my life, unlife, as it were, day by day.
Eden, what did you
So,
do last summer?
yeah.
Managed a stream of parties. Not many people died, so.
Well, that's good. I laid low.
You say, shifting your eyes around.
Well, I told you what I did a couple of summers ago. Summer before
Fair.
last. had to lay low for a while, you know.
Mm. So if no one has anything especially blasphemous that they've done. Fantastic. Maybe it's just a cute little thingy.
So what do we make of the old Toby reference? I mean, all I can think of is Lord of the Rings. Hype weed. Oh, maybe it's weed. It's a really weird way to say you're gonna give us weed, though.
I've never watched
So
Lord of the Rings, so I don't know the reference.
Could
yeah.
just be a guy named Toby.
Can someone
be.
remind me, there was a message attached to this hand, is that correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
Can someone like jog my memory? What did it say again? Because I don't think I was there when that all happened.
Said,
know
I
what
know
you
what
did.
you. Oh, you have it.
I know what you did last summer. See you at the cemetery, old Toby. That's it.
And we don't know who Toby is?
I do not know a Toby.
Huh. Well, let's see. I don't know Toby either. I don't really remember. Nothing really sticks out for me of what I was doing last summer.
I think it's
Not a
mostly just a trap.
Yeah, there's not a time
Not a
or
time,
a
not a date.
day,
Just
so
Yeah.
show up.
that makes me think that this person is always there.
Lives there.
Well, if it's a
Could be.
cemetery, I'm sure they're there quite a bit if they're dead.
No, I would imagine they are about as dead as we are, so dead and very active. But really, only one way to deal with the trap is to walk into it or leave. But
Or send other things into it.
yeah, but do we have other things to send into it?
Can you talk to animals?
I mean, it can.
Can you send animals?
I can talk to animals.
But can you convince them to do things?
Whether they want to go poke around a cemetery or not is up to them. And also, if will this trap be sprung by, you know, an animal showing up?
I
Because if
mean,
you just want an
probably
animal to
not.
take a look, I can do that.
I know, but that's you and not and something that can like fly. Can you fly?
I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
Can you like get like an aerial
I
view?
can. Yeah, I mean, if we want, I can definitely take a look. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe we
I mean,
should
there's
do
still a
that.
danger of you getting, sniped, but
Yeah, but it would be them shooting a random bird.
I mean, unless they can, sense that you're you.
Uh, Question. When you turn into a bird, how big of a bird could you like turn into a bird that could, say, carry another kindred?
I don't know what birds you can think of that could carry someone, but no.
And you turn into a pterodactyl.
Yeah, can you turn into it? I'm just like I was thinking because like I am able to obfuscate like my companions. So if there was like a way to like cloak you where you wouldn't be like seen, that is something that I can do.
Can you
Hmm.
cloak other people or cloak just yourself?
Others.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
What's the range on that?
Ooh, that is GM, what is the range on Cloak the Gathering?
I think they just have to. I mean, like as far as range, I think they just have to stay close to you. But you're probably thinking more number of individuals, correct?
No, range in terms of distance. Like a bird in the sky.
That I don't know. That's a good question.
I assumed it was like you have to be like close to the person.
Yeah, like I think I the power itself is not saying it, but I don't think that, like, I feel like once they move, because obfuscate is basically a mental power. Once they move out of the range of the person essentially casting the obfuscate, it would probably go away. And so I would think that would be probably like, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't give a range at all, but it says you can use any of the powers on other people. And it only breaks if it breaks on you. Or I guess if anyone in the group breaks it, it breaks. No?
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
If anyone besides the user is revealed, either through their own doing or an astute observer, the rest of the group remains hidden. Never mind. But if the user is revealed, if Gavin is revealed, everyone is revealed.
It's fascinating because I'm trying to think if this is ever this mechanically, if this power has ever been used to just like cloak a whole bunch of like Banu Hakim and then just they split up and just murder everybody in a building.
Might be.
What?
Because there's no range set on here. So it goes like, okay, you're invisible. Go off and do your thing.
Yeah, and Banu Hakim would never do that.
That is powerful.
Pretty cool. That is really cool.
You're mute.
So my push to talk button is different on this than it is on Discord, and I forget. Yeah, Cloak the Gathering is pretty strong.
Yeah, so
GM's ruling.
yeah,
That's
I
the
think with it not saying that it has a range, essentially once it's on, it's on. I mean, that's the way that it works with that's the way that it works with Cloak of Shadows. That's the way that it works with all the other obfuscate powers. It's like once you turn it on, it's on until it's broken by either the player or somebody pierces it with auspex. So yeah. So essentially,
it says that it counts as though each person used the power on themselves.
Okay.
So like they become the source of their own obfuscate. And as long as Gavin doesn't get spotted, then it's only individual ones that break. Though, I mean, the people looking at birds flying around in the air is a little, but it is nice that we can do it. Or for later things, for sure.
yeah.
So the answer to the question is there is no range.
Yeah, you could do that. You could think also that this may be more convoluted than you need it to be too. Like you could just Cloak the Gathering on all of you and walk in there too.
Yeah, I guess you could
Very
do that.
true. I mean, that also works.
But still scouting from the sky.
But if you want to do
that first.
but that's also like yeah, I mean that's it just depends on how you want to do it, because I could see that being an extra layer of protection on your Sky Scout. So
so it's good Gavin answer.
I don't. Yeah, I guess you don't know exactly what kind of anti-aircraft they have. So
it's Gavin's answer.
What was the question again?
What is the range on that?
I think he's supposed to be like near me, from what I understand.
Have you tried it at all?
No.
Why don't we try it and just see what happens? If worst comes to worst, we can all
Oh boy.
disperse and we'll figure out what happens.
I mean, you could just try it now then, instead of going over there into danger and doing it then.
We could
Literally
do a dress
just-
rehearsal.
Dress
Dress rehearsal.
Have fun. Embrace your gifts.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Okay, wait. So
I-
this power extends to a number of people equal to the user's wits, plus additional rouse checks. But it doesn't say like range as far as like.
Yeah. What we concluded is there is no range.
yeah, we were
Awesome.
we were trying to go through that, and we cannot find we cannot find anything in the rules that say that there is a particular range on it. Just essentially, once you drop it, that until, just like any other obfuscated power, until either the obfuscator themselves breaks it or the obfuscate is broken by someone looking at them or breaking it supernaturally, they're obfuscated. Yeah, we can roll with that. We can roll with that. That's fine with me.
Mhm. Let's just try it.
And we might want to get closer to that cemetery before we try and do the scouting, because
Well,
owls are
this is
not
mostly
terribly
tests
fast.
just to
But
see if
yes,
it works.
Yeah.
But actually, at that moment, what method did you give Davenport to contact you?
Pager.
Pager?
Mhm.
You get a page from Davenport.
Oh. So I call her back on the bar phone. Oh, do I really want to do that? No, I don't want to do that.
Pretty sure. We're kind of loud. She knows where we are.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So, yeah, I call her back.
Charlotte? Am I
Somebody-
speaking with Charlotte?
Yes.
I have a favor to ask.
Who is this?
Mrs. Davenport.
Oh, okay.
There's an issue with one of the trucks.
Okay. What's wrong with the truck?
He's a little bit outside of town and pulled over. And I don't know why. I can keep the cops off of him. But while I'm working, I think that I might finally be on this arrangement for us. But I might like you, and perhaps your associates, to go figure out what's going on with this truck.
Where is the truck? Outside of town. I need a little more information. Where outside of town?
If someone has a cell phone, I can ping them a location.
Okay.
But other than that, I can tell you it looks to be on about 5 miles up the highway outside of the edge of town. A most unusual place to stop.
Well, what's outside town? 5 miles. You probably know this town better than I do.
There's nothing out there. That's why it's unusual.
And you're not getting a response? But do you have like a low jack on him or something? No, it kind of makes sense.
Well, given the difficulties we've been having with the product that we discussed at the last meeting, yes, I started putting trackers on a random few of the trucks, and this one hit.
Okay.
And yes, it's unusual that someone would pull over.
What's the driver's name?
It's a Mike.
Okay. Is Mike breathing?
Yes. Okay. If I take your meaning correctly, yes.
Know what other meaning I would have? All right. Well, I hold the phone for a second. Eden, can I give her your cell phone number so that she can ping us a location to this random truck she wants to go check out?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Emily, I'll give you the number that you can ping that location to. So I give off the number. 555. Yeah. 1212. And so we're just checking on him. And what's this product? Is this the one where did you get it fixed where people were putting blood in it? Is that solved yet?
That's what we're trying to solve, yes, but I don't know. I haven't been able
That's
to
not a
figure.
conversation for the phone, Charlotte.
Oh, you're right.
I haven't been able to discover the quality control problem yet. No. But let's just say my concern with this truck is if a supervisor from out of town comes looking for it because it is at this point running late, we may have an issue.
Okay. Guess we'll go take a look, find out, and we'll report back to you soon. All right.
I appreciate this. I owe you.
Yes, you do. All right. We'll collect soon. Ta-ta for now. TTFN. I just learned that. Anyway, so I think we have the perfect place for Gavin to try out the cloaking device for us all.
Yeah.
What did you just agree to?
We are going to go. Oh. Well, let me tell you what we're doing. What we could be doing.
Oh boy.
We are going to go check on this shipment that there's a truck that's pulled over in the outskirts of town, about 5 miles away from the outskirts of town. And the driver's name is Mike, and he does have a pulse, or at least he breathes. So her big concern why we are checking on is that a supervisor from out of town might find out that there's a problem. So at the very least, we could go check it out, cloaked, of course, obfuscated, and we can decide if we actually want to help or have lunch or something.
Sure, fine.
Anyone else have a slightly more enthusiastic affirmation that we should do this?
I mean, you seem enthusiastic enough.
And you kind of
this is
already
enthusiasm.
agreed for us to do it, so.
Yeah, that's the part.
Sorry. I mean,
cool.
We're killing two birds with one stone. We're gonna see if we can cloak ourselves, and Emily will owe us.
As possibly the person being the bird, I hope we are not killing too many birds. But
No, I didn't mean it that way. I'm really sorry. I'm definitely not going to kill you.
In case Mike is dead, Standard, can you drive a truck?
yes.
Cool. Do you know where this thing was heading towards?
No, but I guess we could text her and ask her.
Which trucks are these exactly?
Apparently they're carrying shipments of.
Yes.
Did she say what the contents were?
No, she said it was a shipment.
You
Oh,
should
I'm-
ask more questions.
I'm guessing it's not trinkets for the store, so
We'll assume it's drugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll make a vague assumption that
Yeah.
it's going to be drugs.
yeah, I would say that you as the PCs would know that even though Davenport is using kind of coded language on the phone, they're not telling you like it's a it's a shipment of Funko Pops or something. It's like it's drugs.
yeah, very much
Not the
trying
Funko Pops again.
The
not to
Funko
say
Pops.
over the phone, hey, you want to check on my missing illegal drug shipment?
Yeah.
My drugs and my rifles and my bombs.
It's just, hey vampires. I just wanted to ask if you could check on the not vampire that stole the drug shipment. Thanks a bunch, Thin Bloods. You know. So yeah,
All right, should we go check on the truck?
Go check it out.
All right. So what do you need to prepare anything? Do you need blood? I don't
No, I'm good.
know. Okay. Shall we go then?
So when am I
Yeah.
doing this cloaking?
Well,
When we get
Prob-
there.
yeah, when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think we should like cloak now and then. No, we should probably be a little bit closer.
I got some coordinates.
Perfect. So, do you have that thing on your phone where it it's a map
Yes.
that? Oh, cool. Okay. Do they all have that?
Nowadays, kind of.
Oh,
If
okay.
you can opt into it.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool.
Who's
that's cool.
driving?
Standard?
Oh, if you want
Welcome
me
back,
to then,
Standard. In the driver's seat.
I don't mind, but it does mean that if I end up having to drive the other truck, that we'll have to deal with that. But
Oh,
Gavin can drive your truck.
I can, yeah.
There
yeah,
you
that'll
go.
work. Okay.
I love volunteering people to do stuff.
Voluntold.
all right. So if there are no other preparations, you all would head out to the location of the truck.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So as you go out of town, you go past probably that initial truck stop that you all met at and get sort of outside of town, and along this highway outside of town it is very dark. There's a little bit of lighting, but it is a very typical country highway where there's not really much light out here. And that's bad because it causes accidents, but it's also kind of good because as you're going along, once you get kind of to where the location of the truck is, you can see it there. Kind of haphazardly pulled off the road with the headlights on. And the door open.
Does this truck look like some of the others I saw doing weird stuff while I was driving around the last couple weeks?
Yeah, it's very much like those trucks, which is just a standard kind of delivery truck. They're pretty nondescript trucks. They're made to look like delivery trucks. So it's a very very nondescript delivery truck.
Okay. Yeah, we'll stop far enough back. Like, since we kind of got to that, I imagine Standard kind of knows the area somewhat, being that he drives quite a bit. So as they're getting close to the area, he kills his own lights, and then has activated Eyes of the Beast so he can see. Because not a whole lot of reason to cloak us if I'm going to just have the high beams on and the guy's going to see us coming. So we'll pull over somewhat close, like far enough away that it's a bit of a walk, but not too far away.
Okay.
You will let Gavin do what obfuscate things he wants to do.
Indeed. What am I rolling? I forgot how to play this game.
Well,
Oh,
which
first-
power are you using?
Cloak the Gathering.
Cloak the Gathering. I have to do a ruse check, right? Rouse ruse.
Rouse check.
Cloak the
Rouse.
Gathering just lets you apply other powers to other people. You have to have the powers that hide people too.
Yeah.
I have obfuscate.
But-
yeah. It's
Which-
shelter your companions under obfuscate.
Yeah, it lets you use your other obfuscate powers on people besides yourself.
You have
So you
unseen
But
passage.
You have
Gavin-
you have unseen passage. Okay,
Gavin
that's-
has Unseen Passage. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have to do whatever unseen passage says, which is a rouse check, and then one also for Cloak the Gathering.
Okay, so 2 rouse checks.
Yeah. So it's
6.
okay. So that's a success.
Another one. 7.
Okay, that's a success. So you stay at Hunger 1, and then so the check is Wits plus Obfuscate.
I'm Hunger 1.
Yes.
Yeah, you're Hunger 1.
Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. 4 successes.
4 successes. So until any of you draw attention to yourselves, that's basically the number that someone would have to beat to find you with a supernatural power. So, like things like slamming doors or shooting at something or screaming or something like that. So essentially, yeah, you're all cloaked until you would do something to draw attention to yourself. I don't know. I don't think that you necessarily feel particularly cloaked, but like you are.
Excellent.
Okay. And guess we're gonna head that direction then, towards the truck. We just walk up there.
Okay. As you get closer to the truck, like I said, the truck, the engine is actually still running. The door is open. And that's what you could get if you got a little bit close. Do you want to look into the cab?
Yeah.
Is that for? Yeah, I wasn't. Never mind.
For anybody who
I
wants
think
to.
we're all kind of walking up together. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you look into the cab, you can see in the cab the remains of a classic gas station lunch, or dinner, I guess in this case. Some, Little Debbie snack cakes and some chips and stuff. But also what appears to be an open bottle of pills.
Do we know like what kind of pills? Like, does it say
Reaches in.
anything?
The pills are unmarked. Like, so you can see probably just looking in the truck. You can see looking in the truck. The pills are unmarked, but that's fairly typical for secret drugs. So the implication here is that this looks like some of the product.
And it's empty.
It's not empty. It looks like it has been opened and maybe spilled. So some of it's kind of just in the cab. It's Standard. You have heightened senses up, right?
I don't. I have Eyes of the Beast up, so I can
Eyes of the Beast.
see in the
Okay.
dark. But if we're not seeing the guy, Standard would. Well, I've got Feral Whispers, which means I can just kind of mentally talk to my familiars and have them show up to see if they can figure out what's going on here. Like, try and track down where this guy went, because it kind of looks. I'm getting the impression that he dipped into the shipment a little bit and then wandered off into the woods. Is it kind of what it looked? 'Cause it didn't look like it was a struggle. There's no blood or anything, right?
There's no blood or signs of struggle that you can see. Yeah.
It's like he just pulled over and walked off. So
Um,
get the dog over here, see if they can help us.
yeah, you could do checks to see, you could investigate to see maybe where he went off to. Although
Yeah,
you could just start actually.
Yeah, it's mostly trying to set up investigation with some help from the dog, because I don't have investigation of my own, but I'm hoping the dog smelling things I might be able to get some bonus out of that.
Okay.
So if I can use the what would you like me to roll for that?
Let me remember exactly. I think it's going to be. I would say it'd be an investigation, like an intelligence plus investigation.
Do I get any bonuses from having the dog to help me?
I could give you like one.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But for me, intelligence investigation is 2 dice normally, so a third dice is helpful. It's 3 successes though, so
Yeah, you can
can't
kind of
ask for
see.
much better than that.
You can kind of see off into the darkness, and the dog would probably help a lot with this kind of sniffing out of the ground, and you can see kind of off into the darkness. Actually, I'd say the dog probably more than helps with this in this case. Dog probably does most of the work in this case. You can see, like, kind of like blades of grass that have been and sticks that have been broken, as if someone had maybe just wandered off into the woods. But you can get a sense of the direction of it, yeah.
Right? Yeah, standard kind of point that is like, it looks like he walked off that way into the woods.
Eden heads off that way into the woods.
Gavin follows.
Before standard goes, he's gonna turn this truck off and take the keys.
Okay.
Just
Can
lock
we-
it up behind us.
Can we get into the back of the truck?
We can take a look there to make sure there's nothing else missing from it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to. Or should we?
I would say, and I would say normally that would break your obfuscate, but there's no observers, so go for it. Yeah.
Okay. I want to open the back and use heightened senses. See what I can see. So I'm just going to start with opening it. How does it look? Does it look like it's been I'm sure the shipment's been jostled around because it
Yeah,
went off the road.
So a little bit of jostling. They're packed up pretty tight, but you can see clearly where someone kind of cut into one of the boxes on the end. Yeah, took something out of it and then taped it back up to make it look like they didn't. But otherwise, the shipment looks undisturbed.
Huh. So he just decided to take the pills, lost his shit, and left?
Very likely, because the pills kind of make you lose your shit.
They did do that, yes. Well,
Go try and find him, I guess.
And
Yeah.
and did you actually wander to the woods?
Yes.
Okay.
Also activating Silence of Death
Okay.
to keep from the snapping of twigs and all that stuff from actually doing anything.
Okay.
I think I'd like to do that too. I think I have the same one. Okay, what do I?
Anyone going with Eden?
Yeah, I'll go with Eden.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna do Silence of Death.
Okay. Is everybody going, or is anybody staying by the truck?
Now,
I'm
once,
going.
yeah, once Standard kind of takes the keys and locks the truck back up, he's gonna just turn around a couple times in place and turn into a great horned owl and fly off into the woods after him, because I could do that.
Okay. I almost thought you were going to say you turn around a couple times in place and lay down and go to sleep.
It looks that way because it's kind of got the same motion of like a dog turning around, but then suddenly there's just an owl there.
It's been a long day. Good night.
He flies off with after them to keep them some eyes from above.
So as you kind of, if you go into the woods, it is dark in the woods, but it's not long before you hear something, and it is the sound of somebody muttering in what sounds like German. I don't know. Does anybody speak German on their sheet? Okay.
No.
Good. I picked the right language then. Yeah, it just sounds like somebody, it could be Dutch if you don't know, but it just sounds like a Germanic language of somebody, and just they're kind of quiet, like they're not like yelling anything, but it's like somebody talking to themselves in German.
Let's creep up on the whispering or the muttering.
Okay. And you find a person as you get closer. You can see them about halfway up a tree, muttering to themselves in German.
Like on a branch or holding on to the
They're kind of like,
trunk, or like
they kind of got up the trunk and got up to like kind of the first level of branch and just stopped. Probably kind of like realizing they can't, like they kind of I don't know, you don't really know what happened. Maybe they like started climbing in the tree, and about part of the way up realized they can't actually climb trees and stopped. But there they are.
are they just sitting on a branch, laid out on a branch, clinging desperately to the branch?
They're just kind of clung up there, saying things in German.
Okay.
With their clothes still on, they're not like they've not just abandoned all.
No, their clothes are still on.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is more like a lost in the woods kind of foolish thing, and not like I'm crazy, I'm throwing my clothes off. So you could be sane and throw your clothes off too. Just it wasn't about the clothes. It's just anyway. Well, do we push him down and
So note, if you say the words now that we have a witness, you break your obfuscate.
right? All right. Well, maybe Standard could fly up to that branch.
I mean, Sanders just landed in another branch at the same level, just staring at this guy as an owl.
That
Should we
is not the
throw-
weirdest thing that's happened to him tonight. So
Oh, great. Do we see any marks on him? Does he look like anybody's like touched him or anything?
It's a little hard to tell from here, but um, first glance, he does not look harmed.
Okay. Well,
Eden just breaks her obfuscate and goes, "Hey!"
finally, decisive action.
Yeah, and he kind of looks down at people there.
Just me.
Oh, just you. Okay, so yeah,
Just me.
you broke
Just
the
breaking my
obfuscate.
obfuscate.
And just looks at you and looks kind of panicked. Says something in German to you.
English.
Looks confused. Says something else in German.
Oh, maybe he might have the thing where I kind of said other words. Oh, right. Yeah, there's this. So she's clearly like talking to no one, but it's to everyone. Yeah, so probably the thing where I also spoke a different language that couldn't be understood, but that sounds like a language.
And then recall that your associates can also speak back to you as long as they whisper.
Whisper louder.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm probably looking like a really bad hallucination right now, just standing in the woods looking up at this man. That's fine.
Charlotte picks up a rock and throws it at him.
Okay, well that will break your obfuscate.
That will break
That's
your
okay.
obfuscate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that's okay, you will. Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fine. And not to hit him too hard, just to see if we can maybe snap out of him. Just a little bit of fear, just like somebody's throwing a rock at me. Maybe I'll start making sense.
I will say he will get hit with a rock, and he will fall because you spook the hell out of him, and he will fall from the tree. It's not a huge fall, but I'll say he probably takes a point of what would be like superficial damage. You know, like when you fall from hit your tailbone and it hurts a whole lot. I probably hear a lot of Scheisse as he tries to.
Why are you in the tree?
I don't think he speaks English.
He's continuing to just. He's continuing to just say stuff in German, increasingly seeming like he doesn't like he's just.
Eden, didn't you think you were still talking to me in English at some point?
Yep, absolutely.
So I bet he thinks he's still speaking in English or whatever language he thinks he's speaking in.
Well, right now we're just going to assume he is drugged and scared and in the woods, and his back hurts from falling from a height. I don't really want to touch him, but I'd like to get him to his truck.
Why don't we just tell him to come on? I mean, hopefully he will understand hand gestures.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're like
attempts. Hey,
this way.
Does he seem panicked at all, or has he just seemed?
He's afraid and he's very confused. He doesn't seem panicked yet.
Yet.
But we don't know because presumably he's on drugs. Um, when you kind of make hand signals at him, he he says something in German, and he makes this thing like this, like, and he acts like he's like looking at your hands, and then he goes,
Just kind of walks up to him and like holds out her hand, like as in like take my hand.
he kind of regards you as if someone would regard a hallucination, and then like kind of touches your hand a couple times, and then like he'll take it.
Cool. Grabs his hand and then starts walking. See if he comes along.
Yeah, he'll kind of stumble along with you.
Fantastic. Let's go towards the street.
So you're all just kind of heading back to the truck with this German speaking weirdo.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Who's probably closest to the truck? I think probably at this point it's gonna be Gavin, right? Is he probably most towards the back?
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a wits plus awareness?
Awareness. Let's see. Two. Two successes.
Yeah, so you kind of look up, and that's when you see what looks to be, from your perspective, you just barely catch it, but you see a car pull over. It'd be facing the wrong way, like it's on the wrong side of the highway, but it's like the car pulls over, not too close to the truck, but a little bit close to it, and shuts off its headlights.
Just to clarify, I'm still obfuscated, right?
Mhm.
So
You
I
are still
can't,
obfuscated.
okay,
But you
so
can-
I
but-
can't make.
But you can, if
Oh.
you need to tell somebody something, you can whisper it to them.
Okay, and I technically have unseen passage, so I can move around.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who's closest to me?
But right now, Eden and the guy are starting to walk towards you because going past to the road.
So I'm going to kind of walk towards like where Eden is. Um, so I get like close to her and kind of like put my hand like on her shoulder to let her know, like, Eden, it's Gavin. So and I kind of like tell her, like, look, I don't 2 o'clock car over there. Do you see it? Just pulled up, shut its headlights off.
Didn't see anything.
Yeah, they just pulled up and they shut their headlights off. I'm gonna go take a closer look.
She'll stop. Still hold this man's hand, but just stops.
Uh, I will ask about him later. So, yeah, so Gavin is gonna walk like towards, still obfuscated, like walk towards the vehicle and kind of check out what's going on.
Okay. As you walk towards the vehicle, and you get a little closer to it, you see some individuals get out of the vehicle, kind of look at the truck. They kind of look around for a second. There's three of them. They all appear to be in fairly good suits. Um, and they look around for a minute, and then normally not seeing anything, they turn on flashlights and they start to approach the truck.
Hmm.
What do they look like?
They look like, from here, I mean, they just look like people. One of them is like but I guess very well put together people. Like I said, they're wearing like suits, very good, expensive looking suits.
And they're checking out our truck.
They're checking out the truck, the drug truck. Or they're right now they're just approaching it with flashlights.
All right. So I'm just gonna like kind of like sit back and just watch them and see what they do.
Um, they kind of take a peek around the truck with the flashlights. They do things that are very similar to what you all did. They look in the cab of the truck. They look in the back of the truck. And they kind of peek around. Um, they do kind
All
of
right.
shine flashlights down towards where all you all would be, but you all are kind of far back enough in the woods. The flashlights can't quite reach where you are, so, and you're obfuscated, so they don't see you, obviously, Gavin. And
Yep. So go ahead. I was
and
gonna say, I'm gonna unobfuscate like behind them.
okay,
Can I help you with something?
okay, so you're coming up behind them and unobfuscating. Okay.
Yes.
Um. Yeah, if you do that, they'll spin around, and almost look like they go for weapons that are probably concealed in their suits, but then they don't. Particularly because the lead gentleman, like a kind of a taller, crew cut, darker skinned gentleman, kind of waves them down and says, "I'm just investigating an accident." Um,
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like this truck was in an accident, so I'm very confused as to why you are shining your flashlights in our vehicle. What does this have to do with your accident that you are investigating?
Sorry, did you say your vehicle?
Me and my companions, who had to go and get some refreshments at a nearby gas station, so I am waiting for them.
You're the driver of this truck then?
I am, yes. What is it to you?
Your shipment is late.
What I don't know what you mean by that. Can you clarify for me, please?
Hmm. You're given a schedule of when you are to deliver the product in Raleigh. Are you?
Who
Why have
may
you
I ask
pulled?
who you are?
I am Mr. Malcolm.
Mr. Malcolm, Mr. Malcolm.
I
That
work
name does not sound familiar.
I work for the buyer, the distributor.
Hmm.
Why have you pulled this vehicle over? I'm sorry, are there snacks in the woods?
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, I believe that, what we are doing here is of no concern to you or your comrades here. So if you want to just move along, I don't think we are not doing anything wrong right now. So I think it would be in your best interest to just keep moving.
I don't know what kind of help Valsky is keeping these days. But we expect shipments on time. We expect product that is not tainted. Though I don't expect you to know anything about that. But this is all going on the permanent record.
I'm sorry, permanent record?
Yes. We may have
Whose
to...
permanent record?
We may have to take it out of Valsky's cut or change leadership. But that's not for you to concern. Not. I think we should probably take the truck.
I don't think that is gonna happen. No, you're not gonna do that.
I don't know that we can trust you to drive this shipment back. So I do think we'll be taking this truck.
So I would like to use Fate Morgana,
Okay.
which allows me to craft elaborate hallucinations, making any subject in their vicinity see, hear, and feel whatever the user can devise.
All right.
And I would like to basically. So just to clarify, this person that's talking to me, is he above Valsky? Or does he work for Valsky? Or we don't know.
You're not sure, but he's sort of like implying that he works for maybe someone who's buying the drugs.
Okay. So I want to basically, like, the hallucination is that I want it so he sees Valsky. He thinks he sees Valsky, and he thinks he thinks he hears Valsky being like, hey, no, like, I heard from the boss, like, they're fine, leave them alone. We gave them an extension on on when they're delivering the product, because it does say that I can make them see, hear, and feel whatever I can devise.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if this would apply, but I have ingenue, I think that's how you say it, right? Ingenue, which is ingenue. They appear innocent and blameless. Add 2 dice to any rolls related to avoiding suspicion or deflecting blame at the storyteller's discretion. So I don't know if that would apply.
That wouldn't apply if you're using a power to have somebody else say something. Like if yourself they're acting innocent, then that's when it would apply.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to do Fate Morgana because I want to try to get them out of here.
Okay.
That is a rouse check. 7.
Okay, so rouse check succeeds. So it's going to be manipulation plus obfuscate. And so this is a I would say, do you need them to touch or smell Valsky? Probably not.
Oh,
Okay.
I just need them to see her hair.
Okay, so this is a difficulty 3.
What does that mean? Like,
That
I
mean,
still do the same number of dice, right?
yeah, same number of dice. It's just
Okay.
you're looking for 3 successes.
Okay. You said manipulation plus plus what?
Plus obfuscate.
Obfuscate. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, hold on. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. So yeah, a perfect image of Valsky, and what do you want it to say exactly again?
Um, Heard from the boss, like we're giving them an extension on the delivery. They're fine. You leave them alone. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Malcolm looks over, or Mr. Malcolm looks over, and he sees Valsky there. Well, I shall be verifying this, of course. But for now, I think we'll have to just up the inspections. I'll be visiting the factory soon, Valsky. See that the shipment is delivered as soon as possible. And they kind of go and they go back to the car.
Do they drive away?
They drive away.
Oh.
So I'm gonna basically wait for everyone else to get back.
So I had stopped to not go forward, so still waiting on you.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna like walk back. Hey, we're good. They left.
Who were they?
Uh, what was his name again? I forget.
He introduced himself as a Mr. Malcolm.
He said his name is Mr. Malcolm. He was saying that basically we're late with the shipment and it was going on our permanent record. I think he is above Valsky, but I'm not, yeah, but he works for someone. I'm not 100% sure. Uh, I conjured up some hallucinations and stuff and they went away.
So during the entire time of that happening, we have been standing in one spot in the woods in the dark. How has this guy been doing? With his hallucination is just holding his hand, being silent in the dark, staring to the distance.
He doesn't like it, but he's not like
Imagine.
particularly like against it either. I mean, for the moment he's just like, what else am I gonna do at this point in time?
Mostly seeing if he does like any weird behaviors, because right now he's pretty much being directly monitored by at least 3 people, just standing in the woods alone.
And he kind of finally like
3 people and an owl.
in and out.
2 people and an owl.
Now,
People do keep appearing out of nowhere around him, which has got to be confusing for him.
And he starts to kind of try to like he's trying to say something, and it finally comes out like some kind of German, and then like trouble.
Trouble.
Trouble. Are you in trouble?
The voice from the darkness says,
Yeah.
the invisible voice.
No, she
No,
broke it when she threw a
broke it.
rock
You
at
threw a
him.
rock
Oh,
at
I
him.
broke it a
So
while
he,
ago.
yeah.
No,
Wait, you broke it, yeah.
I think
You're good.
the bird is the only one still obfuscated because I haven't done
Yes.
anything. Oh no, Gavin broke there, so it broke for everybody.
Oh, right.
Right.
Cool. We're all out here.
So he kind of like starts to like he's trying to remember English. Like me trouble.
Are you in trouble?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you sample the product?
Did you take drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Trouble.
Finish drive.
Where are you going?
He continues walking with
Yeah.
still holding his hand. Continues walking so we can walk and talk.
Yeah, Standard's gonna come back down to the ground behind some trees and turn back into, you know, a person with thumbs and things. Since I have the car keys for the truck. Actually, I think I have the car keys for both trucks.
Yes.
It wasn't super helpful for the bird to have them, so.
Shipment Raleigh.
Mm-hmm. To who?
Don't know. I take to Denny's.
Denny's? Like the restaurant?
Why should we
I was
trust
gonna say,
you?
is Denny a person or a place?
Grand Slam eggs.
Okay, the place.
Oh, that Denny's. Okay.
And pick this. It's coming back. Oh. What is in the pills?
Some of the
Apparently,
pills
the
are bad.
ability to speak another language.
You didn't know before you took it while you were driving?
It's just, I just thought it was some good shit.
Why are we
Well,
trying to be high while driving?
Yeah. You could have killed somebody.
Nah, I'm a good driver.
Clearly not. You're out in the woods now. With
Yeah.
your car abandoned.
You were sitting in a tree speaking German just a minute ago.
I can't speak German.
Well, you did.
No,
But you can drive just fine, you know.
When did you all start speaking English?
We've been speaking English,
this is-
but you were high, so you didn't understand us.
This is
Yeah, I learned it when I was like 2.
this is America.
Three,
You know, we
maybe.
speak English here, so it'd be good.
You think
Yeah.
you were high?
Yeah,
You didn't understand what we're saying.
I saw some what is in those pills? I saw some weird stuff when I was
What'd you see?
I got claws on my hands. I was climbing a tree and that I couldn't climb. I should really get the shipment. I should get the truck driven.
You shouldn't actually, because apparently you can't be trusted with it because you're taking the drugs. Why are you taking the drugs?
Yeah, we really kind of saved your ass because people were looking for you.
Well, now we're the people that are looking for you, but worse people could have been looking for you.
I don't know about that.
We're sent to make sure you're okay, as opposed to the people sent to just, mad about not getting their shipment on time.
Huh. Okay.
Part of me thinks you should turn back
Like,
and have someone else do delivery.
okay.
I'll let Davenport know
Where's the truck go back to?
where you picked it up.
Okay, but like, why can't I? Why can't I remember where I picked it up?
Why can't you remember?
Interesting fail-safe there.
Do you have your directions written down somewhere, or do you have any messages, or anything in your truck that might give an like a hint as to where you came from? Since apparently drugs have messed up your memory.
Yeah, I mean, probably in my phone or something. But like,
All right, let's go look at your phone.
Also, where exactly were okay, you told us Denny's.
That's where you're going to drop it off. Do you remember talking to anybody
right?
when you were picking it up?
I take the truck to a Denny's and I drop it
In
off.
Raleigh.
Leave the keys in the car. Someone else takes it. It's a fail safe, I think, to you know.
It doesn't sound like a failsafe, but okay.
And then what
Is
happens
there signal
to you?
out here?
It is a failsafe. He doesn't know where the final destination is.
He leaves the keys in the car.
Yeah, and someone is there waiting to pick it up and immediately takes it to the final destination. So
Sure.
it's a dead drop.
I don't know trafficking.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
It's some narco shit. Like they do it all the time. Like yeah, so I don't know where I'm.
So imagine that's also why you don't know where you picked the truck up.
Well, do you not remember where you picked the truck up, or do you not know the location in terms of like
No, I
how to
don't.
call it?
No, I don't remember where I picked the truck up. Like I should remember that. Like,
Do you remember talking to somebody?
no. Seriously, like what's in those pills?
Hard shit.
Why don't you take another one and we'll find out?
What is the latest thing you remember? Well, the earliest thing you remember just driving on the road? Like what happened before driving on the road? Like eating breakfast and then on road and there's a big gap there. Or like
I remember leaving my house.
and then after that,
Nothing.
Well, clearly you stopped, took the pills, and then tried to keep driving at some point.
do you remember taking the pills?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Kinda. Do you remember pulling to the side of the road?
I think, but I don't know. Like right now, it's like real hard to tell what's real and what's not.
Okay, yeah. We need you to go home or go back to. We'll take the truck. You're going home. I will call Davenport and tell them that. You need sleep and probably water. And probably food that isn't Twinkies.
I could really go for a Twinkie right now, though. Like,
get actual protein.
Where the fuck
It'll help your brain.
Where am I?
You are somewhere between towns right now.
Okay, so all right, I just sit here or
no, you're going to
Actually is a good question. If we're taking the delivery truck and he's not taking my truck,
he's sitting in the passenger's side of one of the trucks, and we're going back to town. And I will call Davenport if there's a signal at some point and be like, hey, where are we dropping off this one and also this one? Plan?
That'll work.
Sounds good to me.
Meanwhile, also check his cell phone, or you check your cell phone to see like what are your last messages, any type of recording as to where you were.
How long is the drive from where we are to Raleigh?
To Raleigh, it's probably, I'm guessing it's like an hour or two at least.
Okay.
I'd have to actually look at the made-up map, but I would guess it's at least a couple hours.
Map.
Okay. Yeah, if we can get signal and get a hold of Davenport to tell us how she wants us to proceed with her shipment, sure.
Her shipment and her dude.
Oh, yeah, this man with his Swiss cheese brain.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we know his name, by the way?
Mike, I
I
think.
believe his
Mike.
name is Mike.
Mike.
He may
okay.
not know his name anymore, but yeah, you all know his name is Mike.
Dominate.
You have a
It's a hell of a
wallet?
drug.
Do you have a wallet, Mike?
Wallet, cell
Yes,
phone,
yeah,
all the stuff.
I have all. Yeah,
Well, why don't you open your wallet and see if you have a driver's license? Hopefully you have a driver's
I
license.
have a driver's license. Yeah,
All right. What is the name on that driver's license?
Mike.
Cole. Surname.
ST has not given him a survey yet.
Jordan.
So long as you can
Iverson.
read.
Yeah,
You don't
You
have his
recognize
full
this is your license.
don't have his full driver's license memorized with like
Yeah.
his name, his address specifically, so
Date
I
of
can look
birth.
it up. Date of birth,
Mike
blood
Mike
type.
Mikerson.
Mike.
Mike, Mike.
It just said
Mike.
Mike. It's his name. It just says Mike. There is no last name on it.
There's just a card in there with
Mike.
just the word Mike written on it. There's nothing else in the wallet. We're like, God damn.
It just says McLovin. It no, he has a real driver's license. It's it has a real name on it, and so he
Fantastic.
can read his
Address
own
to
driver's
your
license.
house.
Well, assuming the driver's license is real and not like a fake driver's license, yeah, it has an address to where he would go if he's going home. But if you want to call Davenport, you can do that.
Yes.
Okay. And you could get signal.
Yay.
And she'll answer. I presume this is an emergency.
I would like to know where you want to drop off your shipment, as well as your person that's supposed to deliver the shipment who is fucked up.
I assume then the shipment is not en route.
It is not en route, and also it's been kind of rifled through, and hence the fucked upness of the driver. Kind of don't want him to continue on his way due to Swiss cheese brain. So apparently he might have like had a little bit of a bad reaction when he took the stuff and just kind of wandered off into the woods, and so he's not allowed back on the road.
I see. Do not bring him home. He sounds like he probably needs something to eat at the truck stop. I would suggest taking the vehicle and Mr. Mike to the truck stop for a late breakfast, and we'll send someone for him.
All right. The truck stop. There are several. The one heading towards Tylerville, the one heading towards Raleigh.
The one heading towards Tylersville.
Okay. All right. Good enough.
Ask her if the drugs were meant to make Swiss treat cheese brain. Is this another quality control issue?
I'm just going to assume that yes, it's not supposed to do the stuff it's doing because alchemy. So yeah, drop them off at the truck stop, and also drop the truck off at the truck stop. Any further instructions from there?
Also ask her
Good.
why she keeps lying.
She didn't lie.
She did lie.
How?
She said that it was just a random fluke that these drugs would give you this effect. That they weren't intended to do that.
Yeah, they're not intended to do that because you have a cook that's fucked. Like, it keeps messing with the shit, using alchemy to fuck shit.
Maybe we just don't have conversations about drug cooking over the phone.
I'm not having over the phone. It's over here.
Yeah.
This just does not seem like an accident anymore. I mean, the first time, yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
I'm going to hang up.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, she should.
We know it's an accident. She has a rogue cook who's tainted her drugs. That's kind of what we're supposed to be helping fix, right?
Yeah, well, no, she said that she's going to try to figure out her cook situation. It's just that there's now loose drugs around that's kind of causing this situation. So
there's tainted drugs in the shipments, and she can't tell them apart.
Yeah, they're probably scattered around, and it's just had to find the cook that's doing it. That's in her people.
I'm sure
But
that
yeah,
I'm sure that it, like, you know, Hunger 2, Charlotte's Beast is just like, just to be safe, you should go back to the furniture factory and kill everyone.
Wait, I thought I was in Hunger 1.
I said if you're at Hunger 2, your
Oh.
beast might be like, just to be on the safe side, maybe you should burn the town.
Yeah, at Hunger 1, it's kind of like Charlotte's thinking. You could just burn the town down.
All right, so
easier.
game plan. Going back to the truck stop on the way to Tylersville, and just gonna send someone to pick them both up.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we should head on to the truck stop then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll give his keys to Gavin to drive his truck, and then Standard will drive the drug truck.
And yeah, pretty much you're able to get back to the truck stop without any incident. Yeah, just pull the truck into a space. You could probably put the keys in the glove compartment, and you'd probably tell Mike to go in, and you could just set him somewhere where he can enjoy breakfast at some place where he does not get back in the truck.
Yes.
And that is the setup they want.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should stick around and see who picks him up.
Yes.
Shall we do it?
Just move to a different, slightly darker part of the parking lot to watch from.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, not too long. Yeah, a vehicle comes up with some nondescript looking individuals. They kind of look around. They look for Mike. They kind of see him. They don't actually go in to get him. They look in the window. Looks like they kind of verify that he's there. And they nod, and these two individuals look like they would just get in the truck and start her up. Well, actually, one of them. Yeah, sorry, I'm stupid. They're leaving cars all over the universe. One of them gets in the truck, starts it up, and the other one will actually go back to the the sort of more nondescript truck that they arrived in.
What's
But
Charlotte
they don't
gonna
get
do?
Mike. Oh.
What's Charlotte about to do?
Yeah, they don't get Mike.
Okay, so they don't get Mike. I want to figure out who is driving this truck. So,
Like trying to recognize their face, or
yes. Could I use, if I get close to them, can I use heightened senses? Or if I did like a little alley cat, could I do a taste for blood?
Well, that would involve attacking the person in the truck.
yes.
Is that what you want to do?
I guess it is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Now,
my.
hopefully we did like park the truck in a fairly quiet, nondescript, not very well lit area.
But they didn't.
They didn't
You're
park
going
their
over
truck.
to them.
Oh,
We parked at a quiet, descriptive area so we can watch things. If you're going to go over to them, you're going into their zone.
all right.
I could say for purposes, if you go out there and look at this person in the truck, nothing, you probably haven't seen this person before. There's nothing that like clocks
Okay.
any description in your mind that that they are someone that you've seen before.
And
If you want to use heightened sentences to make any kind of like observations, like if you're curious if they're like a supernatural.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you pop heightened senses,
Mhm.
they're breathing.
They are.
Mhm.
Okay. Like genuinely, they're not. This is not some kind of like thin blood hocus pocus.
You wouldn't be able to tell
Oh, okay.
because you can fake that too. It just it's a rouse check.
Okay.
It's blush of life.
Right. So they just look like random people. I mean, I'm kind of curious where this truck is going to go. I don't want to break up the group and separate, but I think we should follow the truck.
That's a conversation to have with the driver.
Okay.
Oh, so actually I tap on the window as the guy's getting in the truck. And I'm like, oh, hi. Hi. I was wondering if you might be able to drop me off, just at the Circle K, a little bit a ways away,
I can't help you, ma'am. Sorry.
please. It's really not out of your way. My car broke down. And-
No, I'm working right now. Sorry.
Oh, well, what do you do for work?
I drive the trucks.
Right. So where are you going?
I'm sorry, I can't help you, ma'am. And he's like starting the truck up.
Okay.
Eden's
I don't
gonna
wanna-
just kind of creep over and just put an arm around Charlotte and just drag her back. Like, sorry, she's drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Yes, you are. Let them do their job.
Okay. Well, how are we gonna find out where they're going? Don't we want
You
to
don't
know
have
that?
to.
We
It's
know where
literally
they're
not our
going.
job to do that.
They're going to either go back to the factory where they're making the drugs, or they're going to make the delivery in Raleigh, which then they're going to the people selling the drugs. I don't think we care about either end of that, do we?
No, not really. Like, we did
No,
our
and I
job.
definitely don't want to go to Raleigh.
Yeah, like, like that's the two places that truck is going. I don't think we want to go to either of them.
Yeah, we completed our part of the deal with Davenport. She wanted to know about the guy and the truck and get those arranged, and we did it. That's it. We're good.
All
Yeah.
right,
We can go to a cemetery now if we really want to.
let's go to the cemetery.
I
But-
guess, yeah.
First, I would say that first, before we decide exactly what we're going to do next, we'll go ahead and
Mhm.
take our break.
Yeah.
Before we get into another scene, but yeah. So now, actually, because you did that, yeah, Davenport owes you. So
Yay.
it's always a good thing to have in your pocket. I mean, she already owes you anyway, but
Yeah, she does.
this is maybe something she can help you out with too. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
But stay with us. We will be back shortly. And we are back, I believe. Yes, stream is going. Welcome back, everyone. We've decided not to pursue the truck. Thankfully, we're going to pursue other things. So, with that being said, yeah, what do we want to do next?
Is it cemetery time?
You want to use your newfound sneaking skills to recon the cemetery. Okay.
Yeah, go to the cemetery because we're all
Yeah.
here, so might as well spring this trap when there's all of us here.
Okay.
Now that we
Okay,
know
great.
that it works.
So the cemetery is a little bit more up towards the part of town, kind of more towards the middle of the town and then up in the hill, up towards where the lake is. If you recall, and I would not expect anyone to recall this because why would you remember random facts about the town that I made up? So recall that the cemetery is suspected to be haunted. A lot of people say that it's haunted, and that they built some kind of a pumping station or a reservoir up there, and it washed out part of the cemetery. And so a lot of the older folks in town think that's probably why it's haunted. Whether or not that's true would be something that you may all have to find out. But getting there is just a matter of kind of driving up there, up to essentially what would be let me consult my own notes. Ew. Sorry, give me just a second. So you would be going up to the Tylersville Lake, and essentially, if you go up there, you would encounter towards the entrance of the cemetery. You would encounter what would be like a park, like a pretty normal park that would has like a boat ramp launch for the lake and a little playground, some picnic benches and stuff. But then off to the other side of it, where there's a parking lot, is an entrance to a gated cemetery. From what appears to you from there, and I'm assuming you would drive up at least to that point before you launch up, or do you want to recon from further away, or I guess
Yeah, we want to do the obfuscating thing again to hide me as a hero, and then I will take off.
Okay. So, yeah, the cemetery is gated, and from the view of the gate, this seems to be the kind of the okay modern part of the cemetery. Uh, so if you want to re-obfuscate, go ahead and yeah, let's do those obfuscate rolls. The 2 rouse checks.
9 and 7.
Cool. And I did my rouse for. I succeeded my rouse for turning into a bird.
Okay. So the rouse checks, and then Gavin, that's going to be wits plus obfuscate.
Oh boy. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, okay. So that's what the successes are. So for right now, yeah, everyone is obfuscated. And so then standard, you're just taking off above the cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take off, what you would see is you would see a cemetery, a pretty well maintained cemetery, but kind of as you get closer to the lake end of it, you would see what the issue here is when they built this pumping station, it looks like something happened. Maybe they undermined part of the cemetery or something. So it looks like a big part of it is starting to slope down into the lake, including what looks to be, the remains of some graves. And yeah, as an archaeologist, this is a real bad news. Someone will be fined. But yeah, you see kind of like it's sloping down, and it's wet, and it's just kind of this looks like this older part of the cemetery. Like the graves look, even from up here, you can tell they're much older graves, like much older style, like older types of stone. And what's really kind of unusual that you see is you definitely see some shapes moving around down there, some human-like shapes kind of moving, just they're like kind of just walking around.
Okay. With Eyes of the Beast and Owl Eyes, um, can I get a good? I mean, I can fly fairly close, so gonna kind of do a wing over
Mm-hmm.
and see what I see.
Yeah, so you want to get closer to one of these human shapes.
Yeah.
So as you get a little closer to the human shapes, yeah, they're definitely they're moving. They're not moving real well. They seem to be stumbling, and as you get closer to them, it's very clear that they are rotting.
Joyous. Um, cool. The other thing you want to make a look for is, since person has told us that to meet us here without a specific day or time, it's probably a place they are frequently. So is there any structures here that look like they could serve as a haven? I don't know if this graveyard has like mausoleums or even like any buildings like that that could be something. I know not the pumping station so much, but it's like a larger structure at all.
There is The largest structure you can see does look like it's partially underwater. And then when you kind of pick up that, that's when you would actually see um, somebody else down there, which appears to be an individual with a modern coffin open. And he's over the coffin doing something in there.
I think we may have found Toby. Yeah, I will take the flight back to where we left everybody and resume my form with thumbs and let people know what we saw. Zombies, seems. And it's a building on the edge of the water that's kind of half in the water, and there's someone there doing something with a coffin. They didn't seem like a rotten corpse.
Roll back. You said zombies.
So we have a
Just-
necromancer.
Just out. Just walking around.
I actually,
You
let me correct, actually, the person that was over the coffin wasn't moving like the other people that you saw, but they did look quite rotten.
ah
So let me just, sorry to
We
rewind
don't-
that.
right. I'm not sure how much of the Hakata stuff Standard would know. So well, we've got the ones that were wandering around the cemetery. They are moving like your movie monsters, slow and kind of shambling around. And then the one that was at the building also looked fairly rotten, but seemed to be moving better. So that might be where we're going. I mean, but yes, zombies.
I'm still stuck on zombies. Yeah, that part.
Is it
Yeah.
the fact that zombies are here, or that they're just out and about?
Out and about. More
Okay.
that thing, that part.
'Cause it was like they did send a
And
disembodied hand
wait.
to come get you. So
Yeah, but that's more subtle than just zombies wandering around.
And we are positive they're not like Nosferatu. I know that the Nos tend to look, are we sure that they're zombies?
these would be very much masquerade breaches, and even the ugliest Nos can at least pass for human. These have holes in them and things like that.
That is fair. Very fair.
So we have a necromancer.
Yes. Very.
Yeah, the Hakata.
I don't know if I want to fuck with a necromancer.
I mean, then don't fuck with them. Like, just don't
That's
immediately
what
go
we're
to
gonna-
murder and we'll be fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna go talk with them
I'll
because
do my best.
they
They invited
know
us.
what we're doing and they invited us. So hopefully hospitality holds.
You're going into their home. Don't mess up the things in their home.
Of course.
Don't steal.
Oh gosh, no, never.
Don't get haunted.
Don't follow them from wherever they came from. Also,
Don't follow them back to their graves.
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah,
no.
we will just try and play nice, and we will go see what this person wants, because they obviously want something.
Okay. Well, let's walk into the trap.
Yeah,
Are
maybe
we-
they just want company that's not dead things.
I mean, technically, we are, I guess, undead. We're not exactly alive, but I see what you mean.
Corpses with delusions of grandeur.
Indeed. So who's gonna do the talking here?
I will.
All right.
Okay. So do you all just do you unobfuscate, or are you just walking in under obfuscate?
Whew.
I'm gonna walk in while under obfuscate until we
Mhm.
get to where we're supposed to be at.
Okay.
I want to be attacked by zombies.
Okay. So you walk in there. Yeah, I say the gate is locked, but it's not hard to get past it. Grave robbers is not a problem that they're too worried about right now. Um, and you're walking through the cemetery. The zombies appear to take no notice. But yeah, as you're walking past them, they're gross. They're zombies.
Hate it.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And let's actually see. As you get closer, I need to make a roll. Make sure I put the right one. Boo. Okay, yeah. Okay. Nothing changes. Okay. So, you get a little closer and you see this individual in kind of what looks to be like a kind of a suit, but kind of an old tattered suit. A little bit maybe looking out of time, like it's from the wrong century.
Hmm.
But maybe wrong century might. Well, I guess it could simply be wrong century. It looks like maybe it's from like the 30s or something.
Wrong decade.
Yeah, wrong decade. But it could be last century. That's still the 20th century. We're in the 21st, so I don't know.
Yes.
I'm being pedantic. I'm sorry. So yeah, and they're gross. They look like a rotting corpse. And as you're getting closer, it's clear what they're doing in this coffin is that they look to be physically devouring a corpse.
Oh boy.
Like just actually eating the corpse.
Eden will break obfuscate. Is it good?
The individual will look up at you and speak in French. Do you speak French?
No.
Okay.
Gavin does.
Okay, so those of you who speak French will hear him say, like, "Are you the child of Hakim?"
Uh, so if Gavin breaks obfuscate, everybody breaks obfuscate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, that's fine. I think we're breaking it anyway to have this conversation. So
okay. So yeah, Gavin's gonna break obfuscate. So Gavin's gonna break it, but like not right in front of him. They're gonna make it look like he kind of just came up behind.
But where's
Yes, go
everybody
ahead.
else then for you?
Oh,
Yeah, because
I'm like going.
you broke it, everyone broke it, so everyone sees
Yeah.
where everyone is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gavin's gonna respond, "We are not," but in French because Mel doesn't speak French,
Yeah,
so we're just gonna.
I don't know what's being said.
Oh, I do. I'm like,
Oui,
je suis.
je ne sais quoi.
Hakim.
Croissant, Paris.
Can we not insult the language, please? Thanks. In this person's home.
It's like, oui,
Oui.
c'est moi.
Yes, I said the thing in French.
So they kind of get this. Come on then. Play. There we go. They kind of straighten up from their corpse dinner and now speaking English. And it just say like, I knew the curiosity of a child of Hakim would work. But where are my manners? And they kind of turn around and do something like this and turn back around and appear to be kind of more of a kind of relatively handsome dark-skinned man. Assume that you received the note then.
Yes, you wanted that one, she says, pointing at Charlotte.
Yeah.
I did. Are you old Toby?
Yes, that is a name I have been going by lately to frighten the children, so to speak. But I have gone by other names. And I apologize for the theatrics. I just needed to make sure that you would eventually come.
Well, here we are. Here
Mm.
I am. Hello. Bonjour.
Why the
Ça va?
Banu Hakim specifically?
Yeah.
Question. That's a good question.
Because, well, I know of you.
You know me? Okay.
Yes. But I know of something that you have done.
Okay.
And, of course...
What'd you do, Charlotte?
We're about to find out.
Oh boy, I cannot wait.
And, of course, I need something from you.
You need something from me.
Right, but I will not offer this without payment. So let us start here. I will offer you what it is that I know about you.
Okay.
I know, of course, that you keep Gerhard very close to your heart, or your stomach, as they say.
Okay. Yes.
Right? I'm not mad. He was a fool.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And what of it?
Well, that's very enterprising of you, but I think that is why it may be that you can help me.
Okay. How can I help you?
You have dealings with the Duskborn, do you not?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
I need the Duskborn.
For what?
I'm not going to completely share that just yet. But I need their services. I mean them no harm. I just need their services.
You are dragging this out.
I am.
I'm sorry, he's what?
Dragging this out.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
It's somebody, are we waiting for somebody or?
No.
Okay. So you need a Duskborn, and for some reason,
No.
Because you-
I don't need a Duskborn. I need the employment of those particular Duskborn.
You do.
I mean, why do you need me? I mean, why can't you go to them?
I don't think that they would listen to me.
What do you need? What is the service you need from the Deathborn?
I want them to resume working for me.
Resume working for you, as in they stopped working for you.
Right.
Why? What were they doing for you?
They were working with the group that.
You,
Oh, they're part of the little thing
the
thingy.
the
The call.
Presidium.
Oh, I do not work for the Presidium.
That was another name.
Oh.
But I assure
There's
you
this-
that the Presidium is a great danger to all of us, and that is why we must continue this research as soon as possible.
This is the research regarding advancing the kindred form and trying to like beat the curses of Cain and all that stuff.
Yes, you understand it.
And so I'm supposed to be the liaison because you know what I did.
Sounds like distortion.
Yeah.
No. That was just what I used to get you here. Hmm? Let me ask you.
Okay.
Let me do this. I'm going to tell you something about me, and then I'm going to allow you each to ask me a question
Like that? Sure.
as an exchange of
Okay.
information. So, of course, my name is not really Toby. It's, like I said, a name that I use sometimes to, I don't know, hide from folks. My real name, that of course, perhaps I shouldn't share with you, but I'm going to, is Thomas Delva. And I worked, as you say, in this conspiracy. That's such a terrible word for it. We were scientists of a word, a manner. So that is who I am.
Okay.
Was your name supposed to have a significance other than just being your name?
Actually, so I would tell Eden, you do remember the more that he talks, and when he says the name Thomas, this guy was in your vision. Like, this is one of the two people that were in your vision.
Such a generic name. That's what I remember it. Um, where are my notes at? There. Oh yes, it is. Interesting. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, she says that anyway.
So, let me tell you something else. Part of the reason that I need the Thin Bloods, there are two reasons. The research is something too, but also this Davenport. I think she's going by. Yes, she has some items that belong to us, and we'd like to have them back. And by we, I mean me, because I need to find someone before they become a problem.
Who do you need to find?
A number of objects There is a
No, the person that you need to find with the objects.
an associate of mine. Perhaps the less you know right now about him, the better. I don't want you
Don't
to
like that.
attack him. But put you all in great danger.
Okay. That doesn't give much. I don't know the word for it, but it doesn't give much of it.
He is a Madden Tremere.
Love those.
Hunted by the Presidium. And if I can find him first, we could perhaps get rid of him. Before we are all dead.
So, do you need these items or you just need him found?
The items
These
will help
items
me
help you
find him.
find them. How about this? We have Davenport, or we use those items to find them. That way, she can keep her stuff, and you can find your guy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Do you think she might be trying to sell them? Maybe at that store she.
That would be incredibly brash, but there's a logic in it. Well, hopefully they're all over the country then.
So, what is it that you're looking for?
That guy.
There's, yeah. There's a compass. There's another object, sort of a dial. Hard to describe. But these things would help me get past this Madden Tremere's defenses. I should say there are others probably looking for him.
I'm sorry. I would like to cash in my one question, because this has been like driving me. What are you exactly? Because you were like, no offense, pretty disgusting looking, and now you're not. So what are you?
You wound me. I am a Hekata, or what we're calling ourselves now. Before, I suppose I was a very specific bloodline of the Hekata called a Samedi.
Gotcha. Yes, I've heard of you. Yeah, so what exactly do you want us to do?
Well, I mostly want us to work together so that we can join forces with the Thin Bloods and continue my research, get these objects, and stop the Tremere. Preferably before other members of the conspiracy start showing up. Who presumably are still around.
The conspiracy?
No.
Yeah, the cabal that he's part of that does the research regarding advancing kindred kind.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Now, so what is the reason that you think that the Thin Bloods left you in the first place?
They were probably frightened of being found.
You think that's it? Just being found?
Well, I think so, yes. Because one of us was careless. More than one of us was careless, I should say. Particularly this Tremere had attracted the attention of the Presidium, which is a sort of group of fanatical Tremere devoted to the old ways of the Tremere. And once they found out what we were doing, I think they wanted our knowledge for themselves and started, well, coming after us. And that's one of the reasons we went our separate ways.
I mean, that's a
So,
good reason, but not the complete reason. Well, not the reason that they presented as to why they left and why you seem pretty knowledgeable that they probably won't cooperate with you. Hence why you're coming to us, more specifically Charlotte, to facilitate this.
Well, I also have come to Charlotte because I know something.
You
You
said that. Yeah.
yeah. So, you know something. You know what I did. You know that Gerhard is close to my heart. Okay. And what, I mean, I'll be upfront and honest with my compatriots here about what happened. So if you're trying to extort something from me, it's not going to work. But I am curious what what else do I need to know about Gerhard?
Gerhard is a pawn.
Okay.
But are you the least bit curious about why you were chosen to remove that pawn from the board?
It's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, okay, yes, I am curious. I am curious.
What you do is a convenient excuse.
I told you that.
Okay. And a convenient excuse to what?
Gerhard was eliminated because he was a liability to what we were doing. But how it was known that he was a liability to what we were doing is because the person who knew he was a liability was a member of our group.
Okay. And that person is
Child, your morals block your reason. Your sire!
what?
I'll let you digest
come
that.
on.
I will let you digest that for a time.
Okay. That's nuts. That's utter bullshit. Okay.
It's hard to believe your sire worked for us.
So where is he now?
Frankly, I do not care. I don't want to see them again. I know how the Banu Hakim deal with problems. And frankly, probably I am a problem as well.
So how is Nur Habib part of this? What was his job?
Nur Habib, like any other kindred, has curiosities. One of such curiosities was, how does a kindred gain power without diablerie? One of the research topics that we investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one that we continue to investigate.
Okay, that's fair. So then,
But obviously, they wouldn't want it getting out that, that they were in league with individuals who had possibly been associated with an Ashbringer cult. So they would not share this with you.
okay, we keep secrets from each other sometimes. So why do you think he would? Why didn't he just eliminate Gerhard himself? They.
Maybe he wouldn't want the accountability. Maybe he didn't want to be tracked for doing it. I don't know.
Tracked? I'm being tracked?
Probably.
I mean, it makes sense. Okay. I don't have any more questions.
A lot more than one question.
Yeah, maybe you can ask away.
I have a
I'll see
question.
what I
Who
can-
is London?
Oh yeah, London.
Ah. Now, where did you hear that name?
You were talking in a crypt with him a while back about the Presidium starting to hunt y'all down.
You have the sight then. You saw the end of it. London is the Tremere I am looking for.
Does London have a last name, or is that his last name? Does he have a first name? Does he have a full name?
Edward London.
Edward London.
I suspect that he's locked himself up somewhere. And that's why we need to find him. And either undo his madness or undo him.
You seemed pretty okay with him when you were talking to him, but now he's a problem?
He's careless. And I think some of the things that we did maddened him. Some of the avenues of research we pursued involved a bit of madness.
I'd imagine. Given what you pursue.
We did for a time work with individuals from the Sabbat. At least what was left of it.
Gavin, I feel like you have a pertinent question to ask here.
Can you repeat what you just said? Sorry.
You mentioned that you work with Sabat, with their research and background thing. Remember your adoptive sire who's just kind of
Yeah.
around?
uh, you said so you've been working with the Sabbat?
With members of it, yes.
Have you been working with somebody named Linus, perchance?
We did.
Did, as in past tense?
Well, I haven't seen Linus in some time. It
Do you
was...
remember when you last saw him?
Last I saw him was a bit prior to the breakup of this group.
Did he happen to mention Gavin at all? Me? I would be Gavin. Did he say anything about me?
He did. I think that he had some idea that I don't know. Linus had ideas that were good, but always tinged with madness. But I think he had some idea that I don't know, that the Ravnos were some kind of a key to something, maybe to controlling the beast or riding the wave or whatever. But I don't think any of
That
that
is
would work.
all. That is all well and good, but that was not the question that I asked you. The question that I asked you was if he mentioned me specifically at all.
Of course, yes.
What did he say?
He's always been wanting to find you.
Interesting.
I think you were a tool because he said that the Ravnos are the key to something, so he collected you.
Could be.
I mean, that would definitely be a long con because it has been quite a while since I've seen him and I put him into torpor.
I mean, that's why he's trying to find you. It's not a long con. It was a con back then.
Indeed. True, it's true. Hmm.
I only hope that he is Ash. For he is very dangerous.
So I think most of you are very dangerous
That's wisdom.
in your own ways, given what you study and the passion in which you do so.
That's a fair assessment.
So, summary. You want assistance from Davenport and her little crew regarding trying to find London. There's items that can help you locate London. You would like to borrow those. I'm saying borrow. You probably want to keep them, but I'm saying borrow. And in return, what?
In return, I can teach you things, of course. I can share whatever knowledge that I have with you.
Like what? Like you're gonna show us necromancy? Actually, might not.
Absolutely. Yes. Part of what we did was we shared our knowledge. So, of course, I would share this with you.
I have a question. How long have you been here?
Hard to say.
Who's the prince here?
I don't follow princes. There are no princes here.
Trick question.
Just checking.
Part of the reason why I'm here is because there were no princes.
So we are then to bring these things, or yeah, we're bringing you some things that you can. Do you want us to bring a thin blood too?
Let's not do that.
Hmm.
We're going to
Be
stick with the
interesting.
original plan of he wants items in order to locate someone, and or that someone specifically, not extra things on top.
Well, I meant if you needed that, then you needed their alchemy thing. We would
No,
bring
just the
them.
thing he asked for. No
Okay.
more offering more
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Let,
You want to hunt
Alright.
the bills on your own time, you could do that.
The thought never crossed my mind.
Mhm. Not at all.
I am willing to help. Let me put that out there.
Yes.
But let me also
Okay.
put a scenario out here. Is that you ignore my help. I am forced to do what I need to do on my own. I do not wish to do that, but I will. I can go down and simply claim the Thin Bloods myself. If I need to. I don't want to do it, but I will. If need be. But the greater concern is that if London, we don't find him, and he is still the person that I know, he'll try to rebuild his operation. With all the carelessness in the world. And that, I don't know what he's going to do. He may be looking for revenge against the Presidium. He may be looking to simply continue his experiments. Either way, it may bring fire here.
So you believe he's here in this town somewhere?
He could be, yes. This was the fallback. That's why I'm here.
How would we know him? Like
Well, I have his image of him in my head, but it's kind of general because visions. So
yeah.
do you have a picture?
And the other thing, of course, is that if Linus is still alive, if I were Linus, and I'm not, he'll probably put together some kind of a pack and come looking as well.
If Linus is still alive, I can assure you that if he finds me, it will not be for long.
And I will help you kill him.
Excellent.
That is my offer to you. But, so to speak, my concern is that this small town is about to get a lot more crowded.
Apparently, it already is.
Not to mention that if notice gets big enough, there are all those, but the Inquisitors and the Camarilla will also probably take notice.
Mhm.
All things to think of. I'm not one to make anyone do anything, though, so do as you will.
I mean, I'm appreciating hearing all of your reasons and like pushes as to why we should do this thing. I already decided to help you, like, I want to say 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, but
Yeah.
I appreciate the extra information.
Same. Yeah.
Didn't really need the passive aggressive.
No, all you've
Correct,
done
so
is
you
give me
saw it.
reasons to say no. Because you've said that helping you puts you at odds with a Tremere who's going to be reckless and draw attention, a Sabbat who's going to form a pact to try and kill someone here, cultists of one sort or another, and mess with his drug trade stuff, all for some potential benefit that you might get out of researching things. I'm not seeing where the benefit is for myself. Also, I don't know what you were offering to Davenport to even borrow the items, much less. Unless you're expecting us to somehow come up with something.
We did forget that part. So do you have an offer for Davenport that we can deliver?
The offer for Davenport would be easy. London will come for her first.
Threat.
So
Well, I mean, that's
sounds like you're going to have to put something on the table for our friend
Well, I mean,
Standard.
okay, so here's the thing. If you say that, she's going to be like, I'll just leave, and then just leave. So that's not a
well,
motivation
I think
for them to
the
follow.
offer there is London is coming for you, help me find him, and I will remove him, which is a fine offer. I can understand that one. That might be a benefit for Davenport. You've offered knowledge, which I don't care too much about. I don't have anyone involved in this cabal hunting me. So I'm trying to
Don't say
see
that
what.
too loud.
I know.
You might. Who knows?
No, I
Apparently,
don't
everyone
leave.
has someone in this cabal.
I don't leave problems behind.
Fair.
You don't live long if you do. But I'm just seeing what benefit there is for myself to, because I could leave. You're talking about drawing attention on this city. I don't care about this city at all. So I'm just trying to see what benefit there is that is not against it.
So,
I don't care one way or the other, but I do like to be paid.
Standard, I just, I apologize. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers here. You had mentioned that there is nobody that is currently hunting you, which is all well and good, but we do know there is someone hunting people that are in your coterie. And isn't one of the things that we say is to always have the back of the people who have your back and to never betray your allies? And you're sitting here basically what it sounds like saying like, well, I don't have any baggage in my life, so why should I care about yours? I'm just gonna leave. Like, I'm sorry that my adopted sire that I staked and put into torpor got woken up. I don't know how the fuck that happened. But it has been years, so I'm like, it sounds like you are trying to go against what our coterie stands for.
For one, we aren't a coterie because those are sworn to princes, and coterie oaths are sworn to princes. So we are a
Or
group
whatever
of
we're
people
called,
that
pack,
we are a
pack,
group of people
coterie.
that happen to be working together. I'm not saying that I would abandon you all, but if there are secret enemies that are hunting you all and I didn't know about them at the beginning, it's hard for my oaths to have been made in good faith. Not saying, I just want to know what I am getting out of this, because if we want to kill the Sabbat, one that's hunting you, I'm fine with that. Don't care about death cultists. They only cause problems. If we want to avoid being hunted down by the Tremere, I'm very okay with that. That's why we left the city before. But putting ourselves in the middle of a war between the Presidium, the Sabbat, the Ashfinders, and mortal hunters seems like a bad place to start. The reward on the other end would have to be fairly significant to risk that.
Arsimedi, well, Hakata here is offering power in terms of actual raw supernatural power, if that helps.
He's offering to mess with dead things to teach us how to do that,
Do you
or
have
anything
any
else.
other capacity?
don't.
I assume he does.
I have no interest in playing with dead things.
Okay,
So
but
that knowledge doesn't help me. That's what I'm asking. This is for me. I
yes,
understand this is a selfish question, but I have my question. And my
No,
question is, what is in this for me?
I'm not
yes, and
unreasonable. What do you want?
Sure. Don't have a whole lot of wants. That's kind of, those attachments are somewhat antithetical to our clan, but um, I don't have a whole lot of need for arcane knowledge of any sort. Your research seems a bit esoteric as well for my own needs, but I'm sure there's something that can be worked out. I don't know exactly what you have on the table to offer. Those are the things you have offered, and I was saying that those are not something I would risk myself for.
do you want physical power?
Not really.
Things you can modify. Well, you obviously have a thing for turning into animals, so modification.
I'm fairly okay there, but um, as I say, this is going to be a problem. Well, not a problem, a sticking point on any deal. I don't care about the mortal power or holding a place of office in our society, really. Survival, enjoying myself, the road. Those are the things I like, and I have those already. So I'm trying to see what might be out there. I'm not against whatever helping hunting down a rogue Tremere who will cause problems or the Sabbat or whatever we're doing. But if that is the end goal, then I want to know that beforehand.
So this actually sounds like something that you have to think on yourself, because it sounds like you have no desires, or you don't recognize what your own desires are. So in order for other people to give you what you want, you have to know what you want.
I
People
have to
can't
know
just throw things
what
at you and you
no,
eventually
no.
say yes.
Survival.
A random man in a cemetery has shown up and said, "I'll offer you things if you join my war," and the things he's offering are not something I'm interested in.
Yes. But you
But
also don't know what you're interested in.
I don't know what else he might have.
You don't know. You've been asked, what do you want? And you say, nothing. So
No,
there's nothing to
I
offer.
ask someone, "What do you want of anything?" I know he can't provide anything, but I'd like to see the sun again and not be this.
They
To
literally study that.
For them, I don't think they're going to make it. They're playing around with thin bloods and drawing the attention of the Tremere, but you know, I'm not. I want to know what else he might have because he said, "I'll teach you things." The only thing we've seen him do is play with dead things.
Yes. I also asked them that and they interrupted me. So what else do you have to offer in terms of actual raw power other than magic? Well, necromancy.
Survival.
That's one word.
I can teach you to do what the Thin Bloods do.
Make bad drugs.
Yeah, I need more detail on that.
I know at least some of their secrets from working with them, and I can share that.
What are they? Not what are the secrets? More like, give a summary of what exactly it is,
What
skill wise, power
some
wise.
of it is some of what they do is limitless. Walking in the sun. Do you want that? Do you want to replicate things that you don't know? Do you want to? I really just need the notes. And the lab technicians.
What are you going to do with the lab technicians?
They help me make it.
why don't we confer with ourselves and we will return
And
with an
also
answer.
start at a smaller thing. If it is just get the tools to find this Tremere, that is something we can do as a short-term thing. We don't have to try and get everything now.
I mean, keeping in mind, the only thing he asked for is the items to find someone. He did not ask for us to
Right.
go to war. So,
All right. Well, let's have a huddle over there.
no.
I mean,
There's dead things all around, and
Oh.
he's a necromancer, and ghosts
He's gonna
exist.
anyway.
What?
And this is not the place to do that.
Sorry, Thomas, what exactly, like, let's say we were to agree to help you, like, right now, like, hypothetically, what would be the first thing that you'd want us to do? Like, what would be our first step?
Talk to Davenport.
I think the immediate need is bring me the tools so that I can
And where
find.
do what
Bring me the
what
tools.
tools are these? Where do we get them?
I will give.
Compass.
I will give you a list. The compass, the item. I will make a list for you of the items that I'm looking for.
Uh-huh. And where to find them?
I don't necessarily know where to find them.
You wouldn't be asking us to go find them if you could find them.
Yes.
If
you bring me
you
those,
basically are going to give us you're going to give us a list that says compass, and we're supposed to know what compass this is. Do you know how many compasses are out there?
I'll be more specific than that. Yeah, I will give you enough information to know what you're looking for. Yes.
All right. Give
I
us the
promise
list.
that. I will give you the list. In exchange, I am seeing your point about making a simpler exchange. So let us start with this to build trust. In exchange for that, if you are attacked, or if it comes to the Sabbat, comes to attack you, I will aid you. And
Can you
Like-
teleport?
you can decide if you want unlimited power and all of that. It's a lot to think about. I get that. I've had decades. You've had minutes. But perhaps I've been thinking about bonfires so long that I'm not thinking about the brush fires. So let's think about one at a time.
I'll help you. Give me the list.
I want some information also. I want to see your research. You did say you were going to let us see your research, right?
We'll start somewhere else.
Okay. Just interested in this anti-diablerie formula.
You should talk to Davenport.
Okay. Well, when shall we meet again?
Well, that could be to your choosing. I would deliver the list to you at a place of your choosing.
Okay. Maybe not on an animated corpse's foot.
You can write it now and just give it.
It will take me a bit of time to. I have to make sure to describe them properly in a way that I'm sure to understand.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Fair.
You can send your next rotting hand to the dumpster behind Pouncey's.
I will not send a hand this time. I will avoid the flair for the dramatic.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
But I apologize for... I apologize for drama, so to speak.
It was kind of interesting. No need to apologize.
No, it kind of stinks. So
It is really disgusting. I didn't say that.
I said it for her. It's very disgusting.
I'm used to that.
I'm not. So
Oh.
if we're done, I'm gonna go. I need several showers.
Oh yeah, you probably do. You've been probably standing in grave water.
Yes. My boots.
Nasty. Great. Well, thank you so much. And you're certain you don't know where Nur Habib is?
I don't keep track of Nur Habib, but the more you ask, the more I think you should figure that out.
Okay.
Looks like we're both wondering where our respective, well, in my case, adoptive sires are.
All right, well, bye. And just
Bye.
turns and goes.
Yeah. Shall we head back to Pouncey's and the hotel and hot water?
Hot water. So much hot water.
Yeah. And not proverbially, not the figurative, like
Literally
actual
hot water. Scalding.
literal hot water. Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
I should maybe when we are all around sitting around together, I could explain some things. Let we really
Yes.
shouldn't have secrets.
Absolutely. Everyone should tell their secrets so things
Yes.
don't fucking sneak up on us. Goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my RV.
All right. Can we meet up in like a few hours?
Yep.
Or great. Let's go get washed up. Yeah.
Fast forward.
Mm-hmm. Few hours later.
Ian, I just sent you a message.
On where?
Discord.
Okay, I can look. Okay.
Okay. Oh, what just happened? Sorry, my screen disappeared. A sec. Come back.
Estimate.
What's that?
ST green light or pause.
Oh.
Or...
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay. So 3 a.m. Pouncey's.
Yeah.
Witching hour.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
we're pretty close to the end of night here, so.
Yeah.
All right, you first,
Well-
Charlotte.
Oh, great. Me. Okay. So you all probably heard some things about, Banu Hakim and what we do and what we're all about. And I'm just curious, Standard, what do you know about my clan?
And in general, or about the fact that you ate someone?
Oh, you know.
I mean, it was fairly obvious with what was being said.
Okay. Well, yeah,
And that is the rumor or the threat of your clan is that they are all a bunch of serial diablerists, and that if you hang around them, eventually they will eat you. Um, but at the same time, we've heard all the rumors that the Ravnos steal children, and that the Gangrel are all hanging out with werewolves constantly.
And only care about themselves.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I mean, we all do. We are solitary predators. That's part of the beast. But no, you specifically, or this, you ate a person because it seems your sire sicked you on them as a way to keep their hands clean. At least if Thomas is to be believed.
Yeah, that about sounds right. And all that stuff about being serial diablerists and turning on can't be around us for too long. The latter part I would say is not true, but the first part is absolutely true. Yeah. So it's kind of why I ended up here.
So you just said serial diabolist is true. So that wasn't the first person that you've eaten. It's a strange.
Well,
yes or no?
when I was so back in the 80s, when I was in Algeria, it was the middle of a war.
Just say yes. Just say yes. You just have to say
Yes,
yes. Okay, there you
yes,
go. There
yes.
you go.
But the
Good job.
circumstances.
Okay. I don't care. You said yes.
I've done it before.
You said I am very forgiving when it comes to sins. Just say yes.
Is it a sin though? They deserved it.
I'm
They
sure
were
they
going
did.
to sink our country. Not this country. Yeah.
Absolutely sure. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So is there anyone else who's after you for eating people?
Not that I know of. I was banished from Hilton Head.
Okay.
Got it.
So no one's chasing you.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Don't know where your sire is, and do you have any issues with your sire?
Not to my knowledge, but I am going to try to find out later this evening, or before I turn in for the day.
Okay. Why are you so
Just remembered
insistent
I'm
on knowing
not
where he's
there.
at? Why are you so insistent on knowing where he's at if you don't have any issues?
Because I miss him.
But you just said you can contact him.
Yeah, like I did the last time when
So,
I'd like to find out what's.
so he's just not telling you where he's at.
No, he's in Atlanta.
So why are you asking where he's at?
No, I mean, I it's not that I'm asking where he's at. I want to talk to him. I want to find out if what this guy said is true. About being sicked on somebody. Cover his own ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. But yes, I am a diablerist, if that's what you want to call it. Fantastic. And I love it.
Gotcha.
It's really great. And if there were more, if like the local herd or just like whoever we get around here was like always high, I think I would feel a lot better.
You would eat everyone.
No. I wouldn't. I'm just, I mean, smoking weed. Like I don't, whatever the shit that Davenport's making, I don't really know what it is, but clearly it's not a good thing.
Do you want to let them know about the whole like impulsive thing of if someone doesn't do something that you like, you feel this intrinsic need to eat them? That's something that should be like said.
I'm a little judgmental. I don't know how else to put it.
A little bit.
So, Gavin, If you stay anywhere too long.
Gavin is not there.
Oh,
Remember,
oh,
Gavin.
okay.
Gavin went to his RV.
Oh,
So
okay.
Gavin is currently not there.
Oh, okay. I thought we were all
Probably should
meeting
have
together.
noted that beforehand.
I
Okay.
did. I said I'm going
Okay.
to my RV.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
said we were time skipping and then meeting back
skipping to
up.
3
That's what
o'clock in the morning.
everyone was doing, was going to their own
Oh.
place. So we thought you were just
Yeah.
going to your RV instead of a hotel room and then coming to meet back with us.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay. I mean, if you want to
it has been several
retcon.
hours since then.
Okay, then yes, sorry. I misunderstood. We can retcon. I am there.
Okay. All right. Oh, hold on
My
just a
bad.
second. No worries. So, Gavin, if you stay somewhere for too long, you blow up, right?
Essentially, yes.
How to phrase this? If people do things that just really go against my code, you know, my behavioral considerations, my code of conduct, and that of my clan and my friends and all of, you know, I will have to really, really try to control myself and not eat people. Kind of like blowing up if you stay somewhere. It's just like that. It's really not a personality thing. It's really just, yeah.
An inherent trait of the blood.
Yeah.
That just makes you really, 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 really judgy and also hungry at the same time.
Well, you know, do we really need to, like, people I think are a little too fast and loose with the blood. It's something special.
Okay.
Anyway. I'm working on it. I'm working on that. What I like to do is try to go places where people are going to do really shitty things, and then whatever happens, and they deserve it.
There's lots of those around here, so
yeah,
try to keep it to those areas.
I am really trying really hard to keep it together. Anyway, so what are your deep, dark secrets, folks?
Do I have any deep, dark secrets? Oh, here's one secret. I probably have that compass that he was talking about.
That's easy.
Yeah, so.
Are you willing to let him use it?
It really depends. But first, want to see if it matches the description he gives.
Yeah.
And if it does, still have to talk to Davenport because want to like get her gauge on this guy, and because you know he wants them to join back, and I don't think that's what's going to happen. Davenport has the same mindset as Standard in terms of I'll just leave. Like there's no compromise. Like we convinced her to stay here. She will just get up and take all her shit and go at the first sign of danger. So I feel like bringing him up and saying, "Oh, he's around and has this threat," she might just go, "Cool, bye," and then we'll have to try to lure her back in. That's what the conversation is going in my mind.
I missed when we made the deal with Davenport.
Yeah, you weren't here.
What are you getting out of helping her?
So we have an entire arrangement currently regarding basically not overthrowing the Russian mafia.
Changing management.
Because she's not attached to them at all, and we would like to control all those little tendrils that are all over this town. So we're going to get a hookup with their boss, and I may be slipping some of my blood to him, so he's more able to be persuaded towards doing actions that are acceptable to us.
And
And she's the one arranging all of that.
right, she is the cook essentially, right?
Yes.
Um,
But she's the head cook. She has a lot of cooks under her.
right.
Yeah.
This is more of an out of question. Did we learn that Davenport is thin blood, or is she
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Thin blood.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna run. Because why wouldn't she? Like, they have no protection as thin bloods, and our only information is, hey, some people might kill you. And
Which
the
is
person who
exact
wants to
reason why
help,
she might run.
right? And the person that wants to help you really just wants your subordinates to come back to his research lab, and
Yep.
not. I mean,
That's the whole problem.
yeah, this is a mess.
Well,
Yeah.
what if we agreed to protect her?
I mean, we already did.
Right. So we could be reluctant intermediaries in this, and
I mean, it's all going to be a big social game. The main thing is not having her run. Going to deliver the information to her. Have to deliver it in a way where she's
Right.
going to go, cool. Flips table, leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she seems fairly easily move to somewhere else and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if this city is getting a ton more attention, which it seems like it is.
Mhm.
I understand that impulse. It is hard to feel safe when you are stuck in one place. Moving feels better. But okay. I just didn't know. I know we had talked about her, but I was not. Business had called things away, so
Davenport didn't really give up a front in regards to courage and strength of will. Just immediately like, I'm scared of y'all. And I will just leave. So
doesn't have a clan to back her, doesn't have a faction to back her. The Camarilla has them killed on sight. The Anarchs tolerate them as long as they're not causing a bunch of problems. The Sabbat eat them regularly. They're on their own. They're slightly worse than ghouls at times. I understand her reasoning to try and claw some safety out of that, and why she's playing in mortal games, because that's safer in a way.
Yep. And why she's entrenched as she is. She's not really controlling anything. She's just there doing that thing that she knows how to do. Of course, one of her own cooks are now kind of fucking it up, because that whole, take some pills and speak an entirely different language and can't understand everyone around you thing needs to stop. That's bringing attention to her, and that's her own fault. So that's a whole thing.
That is a problem that will draw lots of attention. At the moment, no one is looking too closely at those drugs, but between Inquisition and the Presidium
they'll narrow it down.
Big targets.
That's also one of the reasons why I want to tell her like pretty quickly, because you need to fix that problem now before they notice it.
Yeah. No. I'm definitely on board with letting her know, because if nothing else, she should know that there's lots of people gunning for her.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
I'll probably deliver that message to not, spook her that hard.
Well, we might be her safest bet.
That wasn't a secret. Well, aside from I have a compass, and that might be a thing he's looking for. And there's other items that he's looking for. And I don't think, Davenport might have them, but
who might
we'll see how
them.
long it takes. As in, how long it takes for us to make a decision as to whether or not we're going to do this or not.
What about Cliff? Remember Cliff took all that stuff?
Cliff took his own stuff.
Are we sure that was his stuff? Oh yeah, it was all that crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Also, Cliff needs to not annihilate people's heads in one hit when he's spooked or when he's trying to protect someone, because that's also a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really annoying. Really offensive.
Masquerade.
And that as well. So, y'all don't have any secrets? No.
Right, I've still avoided answering the question, haven't I? So in terms of clan stuff, the gang girl have a general issue of, if we do frenzy, we can't be in public for a bit, small bit, maybe a few days, because animal features begin to appear on us. Like say I freak out and do something, the damage I do is one thing to fix, and then the fact that, I don't know, I'll get scales, or my eyes will go slitted, or some other weird thing will happen with my body that won't fix itself until like a few nights have passed. So I'll just be nowhere to be seen because I don't like being out like that. So that's a fun thing. I've also had a regular issue where I will also just leave, but it's not really me that's just leaving. It's my beast deciding that we're just leaving now. Like at the slightest provocation of anything bad, I might just be out. And I'm very good at just being out, like instantaneously, just gone.
The beast wants survival. And
Yeah,
sometimes
it's
not
basically
being
that.
there is the best way to do that.
Yeah, it just kind of just go, like, it's not me. So if I just abandon you, it probably isn't just me. It probably is my beast going, we have to be safe now, so we're just gonna go far now.
I will
Charlotte.
say that my beast is a different animal than that. It is less of a run, it's more of a destroy what might be a threat reaction. But yes, I think that is worth keeping in mind.
Charlotte whispers to her beast, you know, you could also sometimes just run away. Probably keep us out of some trouble.
Burn the next town too. No witnesses.
Oh, stop. It's not time to make those jokes.
Ideally, I shouldn't have any other secrets aside from the fact that pretty sure my sire's the one who is supposed to be my sire should be dead. My actual sire is probably somewhere out there. Yusbot. But he hasn't been around a bit, so.
Okay.
I haven't seen my sire since the 40s, so I'm not terribly thinking he will show up again.
So it's not likely that I ate either of them. Good.
I don't think you could.
And not unless you're poking around caves in the mountains. That's where that old bear lives, I think, last time I saw him.
Oh. No. I think I would have remembered Linus too. Don't worry. Gavin, I didn't eat him. Or maybe we're hoped to be too.
Well, it sounds like he is now alive, so yeah.
Maybe I'll have the opportunity.
You will not, because I am the one who is going to have that honor.
You're gonna diablerize him?
I'm going to kill him. We'll see what happens after that.
Waste not, want not.
Indeed. Since out of character, Ian, did you want to add anything to our conversation in Discord?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm just also trying to finish the stream too. So it's double duty here. So I'm just trying to.
That's fine.
I mean, would you like us to wrap up?
Yeah, we're pretty close to the end here, so probably I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we can just
Yeah.
we just kind of tell stories about ourselves and back and forth about this situation we found ourselves in until it's time for us to go to day sleep, and we can pick up when we make that decision next time, I would imagine.
That summary.
I would like to send a message. I don't want to talk to my sire right now, but I would like to send a message somehow, either with a raven or
Smoke signal.
huh?
Smoke signal.
Smoke signal or page.
Page. Text message.
Yeah.
Still Eden's phone. Text.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. So can I somehow send him a message or
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
you want to send it? You want to send your sire a text message? Does your sire
You
own
are?
a cell phone?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a cell phone. He was even like a generation of technology behind me. So, um, I guess I could do the contact sire if we have time, because I don't know if we have time.
We should probably do that next time. That
Perfect.
could have
All right.
could have implications, actually.
Because that's important information that needs to be dropped. So that's some plot stuff for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The start of next episode.
Yeah, sounds like a good place to pick up next time then.
Yes.
Yeah, because that may actually involve me having to stat out Nur Habib.
Uh-oh.
If you want to message him and piss him off. So,
Oh.
right now we can't fight him. He doesn't have a stat sheet.
yeah.
He gets one, then it's possible we have to fight him.
So,
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it next time.
next time.
Let's piss off the older Banu later. That'll be fun.
Yay.
Well, the good news, I think, is nobody here is going to be an elder, just because I think, given your ages, like, they're not typically going to be elders. They'll be Ancilla, but Ancilla are still...
Not unless they've been eating lots of people.
Yeah. But
Did Charlotte learn from their dad?
But
Charlotte learned a lot from her sire.
See why we're worried about him maybe showing up.
Nur Habib just went and ate Urshulgi. Now he's ready. So, but yeah. So for now, I think we'll wrap it up. We've been going almost 4 hours, so it's a good time to.
Holy cow.
But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you, players, for putting up with a hell of a lot of plot drop, actually. So. So, yeah, there's a lot to do still. And the fire's coming, I think, so. Hee.
Yay!
But yes, yes, thank you. And yeah, we'll see you all next time.
Right.
Take care, y'all.